I'm ready. Today, focusing on the wrists. Mostly just simple stretch of flexing the wrist and extending the wrist. Okay? The goal on these is shoulder over elbow over wrist. Okay? So shoulder over elbow over wrist. And I want to get kind of as far forward as I can on these, but I should feel comfortable. Okay? It's just like any other stretch. You want to feel a stretch, but I don't want to be dying trying to stretch it. Okay? This is a good position to do these in simply because I can therefore hold, so I can move my wrists closer to me. Now I control the amount of pressure based on where I'm sitting. Again, I can lean forward or lean back based on how much pressure I want in that stretch. Okay? And I'll just hold each one for about 2 minutes after I'm done for a long day. The reason being, most of the time tension in the forearm limits either, obviously, the wrist flexion or extension. Most of the time it's the wrist flexion that becomes a problem. So when people are pressing, usually benching or push-ups, what's happening is they start compensating in their shoulders to get into a better position with their wrist. Because they can't comfortably get there, they start rounding in their shoulders in weird ways, and they're compensating for that lack of range of motion. Obviously, I don't need to be able to fold my fingers to my forearm, be a little bit excessive, okay? But should be able to comfortably stretch both ways, okay? So we're focusing kind of at that long end of the stream, way downstream, and you might find that it actually helps you upstream because you were thinking too segmented. Most of the time where you're having pain or discomfort, it's not coming from that specific spot. So like my shoulder, okay, could very well be coming from my forearm, my elbow, my wrist per se, okay? But it's a neglected little stretch that a lot of people don't do, and benefit of doing it in this position is I get a nice little stretch up in my quads, but also I can sit either with my feet flat underneath me and get a little plantar flexion stretch. So on that front part of my shin, I can start stretching on there. Okay? Or if I'm comfortable enough, I can tuck my toes and get a little plantar stretch, okay, on that plantar fascia. So I can multitask and get more than one thing done at a time. So I can sit here in this stretch, sit back, get my plantar stretch, but also get my forearm stretch. Okay? Give it a shot. Try it for a few days. See how you feel with all your grip work that you're doing for all your strength training, because that's usually where the problem, it's not really a problem, but that's where it stems from. A lot of strength training is a lot of gripping. I'm holding on to things a lot, especially in the pulling. Okay, in the pushing I can relax a little bit. In pulling you can't really, otherwise it will slip away from you. You can't actually pull it towards you. So that constant tension shows up in the forearm. Suddenly I'm either stuck in my elbow or just get stuck in the wrist and I can't get into a good position. So I start trying to wing my shoulders to get into a more comfortable position instead of being able to keep my forearms and my wrists stacked and my shoulder back. Questions, comments, concerns, guys, as always, let us know. We love hearing from you. As always, live with love. Hey, guys. Oh, damn it, Drew.